Hello my enchanted unicorn and welcome to Ask the Runes channel. I am Andrea and today we are gonna look at what blessings are coming to you in the near future. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up. Now, I want you to take a deep breath with me. Don't rush in, really look at these three pile options right here and pick one not only with your eyes but with your soul. What calls to you the most? Here we have this beautiful wire tree with some amethyst for pile 1. For pile 2 we have this bracelet of silver with different stones, some green ones. I think that is tiger eye, some maybe jade or aventurine. And for pile 3 we have this beautiful pendant with some citrine and amethyst and clear quartz. You can pause the video if you like, but for right now I'm gonna get straight to the reading to see what's the biggest blessing that's coming towards you in the near future. So let's go. Well, hello my pile 1 with this absolutely beautiful Tree of Life pendant. If you chose this pile, this is your reading. You can choose more than one single pile, of course, but if you chose this specific pile, this is your reading. So let's see what's the major future blessing, near future blessing for you. We have Gebo and Birch. So I think that for you especially love, a gift of love, or the gift of love is coming towards you. If you are a male watching this, of course here we talk about a woman, but if you are a woman, this gift of love can be about a very nurturing man that's coming towards you, especially a very nurturing person and with whom you will have a really blessed relationship. Now let's see the past, what caused this beautiful thing to come to you. Well, with this rune right here, especially for you, I think that you have just gone through a breakup with somebody, and now that was a blessing in disguise, because now somebody else is coming towards you with real, true love and a very, very caring energy. That person that you have recently break up from was not the person for you at all, and now somebody else with a very beautiful energy is coming towards you in the near future. All the pain that is associated with this rune when in reverse like this had the purpose to redirectionate you towards this beautiful blessing right here. Now let's see the help that you are receiving in order to manifest this, or some things that may help you with this coming blessing. Well, I think that the help that you rather received already, not that you will soon receive. I rather think that you already received this and you will continue to receive this further. It's not something that you haven't received yet, because I think that you have gone through some sort of standstill with your love life, that nothing has happened since you broke up with this particular person. You didn't want it, something to happen with somebody else, you didn't want to have action, you didn't have the energy to be involved with somebody else, and everything just froze. Everything was frozen. Ice. Nothing has happened since this breakup with this particular person that you last break up with that. I don't see any particular person that will come in to present you this new person. I think that the healing that you did in this time alone, by yourself, like, you know, it's a single bar, this is you being single. I think that this particular under ice time that you spent alone was the gift of healing and the help that you really needed. This is what you really needed. The helping hand of the universe. The fact that you were by yourself and healing. Because, let me read you from the book. At first glance, one might assume that this rune is rather forbidding, as ice is obviously very cold and might be highly dangerous. That does not tell the whole story, however. Ice may in fact be protective. Indeed, we use the expression put on ice to indicate that we want to store something away for later use. This rune cancels caution. The best course of action for the querent is no action. So I'd rather say, as I already did once, that the best course for you was to take no action, no relationship since this, and now love is finally coming towards you. And that are really good news. I know how that feels and I am so excited for you. I hope that I'll pick this pile too for myself when I sometimes pick the piles from my own readings. But now let's look at the possible obstacles that may interfere with this manifestation. This is the order that I have seen the runes falling out the pouch, but I'd rather say that the energy is like this, because this is something that ended. When this is upright, when it's upright like this, it means that no matter how difficult things are, you will succeed nevertheless. But when it is reversed, like this, it signifies loss, restriction, and being overcome by the odds. It indicates that matters are beyond repair and there is no hope for a satisfactory outcome. But here we talk about this specific relation that has just ended up with absolutely no hope of getting back to it. So I'd rather think that the obstacle was this relationship that now it's over. Maybe recently, maybe from a long time ago, and you were still grieving all this time since now, but now the path, it's clear, it's finally clear to this. This is behind, this says bye, and it's associated, in my opinion, with this rune right here. This is from the past, and now the path is finally clear through this. This is the rune of journey, Rad rune. It's the cartwheel rune. It's the rune of traveling, either physical travel or emotional or spiritual travel. So I think that you have already been through all this ish right here, and now that you already traveled a very rough ride, I'd say, things are finally getting back to normal and are clear in order for you to receive this beautiful relation right here. So this is the main theme here. And now let's see the signs. And whoa, I think that especially you won't receive kind of any sign before. This is divinely guided. This is very protected and divinely guided. This is the rune of divinely guidance, but it's a blank page. It says nothing to you. So even if this is divinely guided, I don't think that you will receive any kind of sign before it happens, else than this reading maybe that already says to you that it will happen. But else than this, I don't see anything announcing you that this will happen right before it does happen. I think that right before it does happen, you internally and the outside world will go totally quiet. You won't hear a single sound, you won't feel a single thing, you won't see a single thing. Nothing will happen right before it does happen. It's almost like the calm before the storm. It's almost too quiet to be real. That is a major sign that maybe you received a lot of signs before, like this reading, or you see numbers like 1111, 222, 333, 111. I don't know the time, especially the amount of time that the universe goes silent right before this happens, but it will go silent for some time. You won't hear, see, and feel a single thing. Almost like, yeah, it's the calm before the storm. That's what's happening. But I still want to get the universe to say at least a little something to you, to give you at least a little something. So I have this jar right here that I've used before in readings, but I wanted to make them more around runes and less accompanied by other things like these little notes right here or these oracle deck cards right here, and I wanted them to be more around runes. But today I feel like I really want to pick you some notes from this jar that I personalized myself a long time ago, since I'm an artist and I wanted to have inspiration for my drawings. This is why I made these little notes. And now I'm gonna let a few fall between my fingers as I shuffle them. So we have a little something more details about what you may see right before this happens. So let's see. Some are written in Romanian, my native language, some are in English, but don't worry, I will translate them for you. Whoa, darkness. Maybe you will feel kind of left in the dark because it's totally quiet, it's like the dark void from space, from literally space, where you see nothing but darkness and quietness, and you are left in the air, literally in space. You are suspended from time and place and everything, and you see nothing but this darkness, and it fell right next to it. So I think that they are kind of similar. You will be kind of left in the dark and you will see nothing, especially the numbers will stop showing, the signs will stop showing, and you will wonder what's happening, but it's coming. That's the biggest sign. Okay, then you will see zebras. Maybe you will meet this person at the zebra. I don't know if that's the correct translation in English, but it's that marked place on the street where you can pass, and in Romania it's called the zebra. I can't actually recall how it's exactly translated in English, but I hope you know what I mean. Rapunzel. Well, maybe you look alike like Rapunzel, or maybe you will have some sort of a story like Rapunzel. You meet this guy and he's kind of the player and he doesn't get you really impressed, but you find it kind of attractive, but then he does the smolder with you and you don't react, and somehow you share some sort of an adventure together or some sort of thing like that, and you discover one another and become sort of friends, and then you become even more closer, or I don't know, something maybe like that. But I really like this. Or maybe you will see Rapunzel like just before this happens, but you will see it like right by accident. It doesn't mean that if you now go and watch Rapunzel every night from now, since you will meet this person, it will happen tomorrow. That's not what I mean, and I hope that you didn't even thought about that. But I think that if you will watch Rapunzel, or something will say to you that you look like Rapunzel in some sort, shape or form, that will be something accidentally, like coincidence. And next we have Pinocchio. So this makes me think that this person right here, maybe it's kind of a secret admirer that maybe you already know, or you recently met, or you will soon meet, but you won't know from the start what he or she feels. He or she will kind of lie to you a bit in the beginning about his or her feeling. He or she will kind of try and mask those feelings, but Pinocchio's nose told the truth for Pinocchio. So I think that even this person tries to hide his or her feelings, it won't really succeed. I mean, the body language that will pull off will talk for itself. Like, he or she won't really be able to mask his or her feelings towards you. You will kind of be able to tell that he or she is really into you by how they will act. So yeah, but one more thing right here. Let me shuffle for you one card. Wow, and the bottom of the deck is Chantal with a new love will be born, either with a new being or by rebounding with an old flame. Be ready to give and receive love. Wow, this is amazing and it fit perfectly. This is from my last reading. The top of the deck is from my last reading, but this is the bottom of the deck, and I sometimes leave the bottom of the deck as it is for the next time I want to shuffle, so I can see the bottom of the deck first and, I don't know, receive kind of an instant message or something. But let's shuffle it and see. I'm gonna tell you, this is amazing because what popped out was this right here, and it's exactly Chantal. I've told you, it's an instant message, and sometimes this message is so accurate, I'm kind of, wow, Chantal. Okay, and top of the deck we have Vanessa. You were busy with satisfying the needs of others, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. I think that this is the energy from here. You stopped from meeting other person and getting involved in other relationships. You stopped from being with this person and you took finally care of yourself, and now this beautiful thing is happening. And bottom of the deck we have Vanessa. To make a decision forward, ask yourself, what path takes me closer to my divine mission? What path takes me away from it? Whoa. And here, yeah, it's kind of a mumbo jumbo. I think that this is most relevant. Here, whoa, another confirmation message. It says, the wanted result will soon appear, very soon will appear. But make a proof of patience and trust in the universe, and don't try to force things. And in the book I already know that it talks about divine timing, so I think that this is all synced in divine timing. You cannot rush it, but it's coming. It's like a train. It will eventually come to you, and not very long from now. It's a rather a soon to happen thing. It's not something that will take forever. I think that already took forever in a way. It's something that really didn't move at all. But now you already gone a long path, and it was much, but now it's little. I don't know how to translate this expression, this particular expression that we have in Romanian. Like, it was much, but now remained just a little more. It's something like this, and the idea it's this. I'm so happy for you. I hope it resonated with you, this reading right here, and if it did, please give it a really big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more readings just like this, from the runes and the oracle deck and some beautiful notes right here. Yeah, see you next time. Lots of kisses. Bye bye. Hello Pile 2 and welcome to your reading. So let's see what blessing awaits you very soon. Wow, I think that whatever you had in mind and you tried to manifest, this is a very clear sign that it will come to fruition and it will be here to stay, to last. Anything that you had in mind, because this can talk about many things. Either you wanted to get pregnant and have a child, or a relationship, or abundance. This is the rune of fertility, but in all kinds of situations. Physical fertility, material fertility in the sense of abundance, relationship fertility, fertility in all areas of life, even fertility in ideas, if that is what you needed. Any type of situation that you were trying really hard to manifest, now it's coming finally to fruition, and this is the biggest blessing for you. But let's get more details and see what led to this. Whoa, I see that you really struggled to come out from the darkness to the light, and recently things really started to get better for you in maybe all areas of your life, or the area that you were really trying to manifest this thing right here, this situation, this blessing. Either case, things are really recently started to get really better for you, either in all areas of life or this area of life that you really were focused on and tried to manifest things. Let's look at what signs you will receive right before this manifestation happens. This is kind of contradictory. I think that because everything really started to get better for you, you finally chilled a little bit. And this is the biggest sign that I already see happening right now, that you kind of chilled. You didn't put so much effort anymore towards this goal that you have in mind, because you either received already some kind of confirmation that it will happen from multiple sources, I don't know, and you either took a break from trying so hard to manifest it, and this caused it to manifest even quicker and really come to be seen in your life. You had a drop of energy recently, or right before this thing happened. It's like you have some sort of a energy drop where you see all kinds of good stuff happening into your life, all kinds else than this specific thing that you want to see manifesting, and you kind of lose hope for it, especially it, like this one thing only. It's like everything happens, but not this one specific particular thing that you really want, and you kind of get really tired to work even more towards it, or to try to manifest it so hard, and then you really let your guard down, and that, boom, it's the moment when it happens. Let's look at what help you will receive. Yeah, I don't see that you receive help from somebody. I see that, this is one bar. Isa is ice. This is the ice rune. It's literally one bar. So I think that you will be all by yourself, and you will be your biggest help. The fact that you really stop trying so hard makes things happen even quicker, or happen at all, and because sometimes we put things on to ice to preserve them, so you preserving your energy gives the universe a chance to really put things in motion for you, because you are not acting from a place of lacking something anymore. You are acting on a place of trust. Okay, I received confirmation that it is coming. All these good things are starting to happen in my life. So now this thing will just naturally add up in the end anyway. So I'ma chill, I'ma do me, I'ma be solo for a while, I'ma focus on other things that I might that I enjoyed, like ice skating. I'm an ice skate, you know, if things are really put on ice, I'm an ice skate. If life gives you lemons, then you make a lemonade. If life gives you ice, I'm an ice skate. Then, and that's when this thing really happens. Either if we talk about an idea that you were really trying to get, even if we talk about money, career, finances, right, relationships, a friendship that you really tried to make happen, and I don't know, maybe you tried, and things were really start to move, but the other person didn't put as much effort in your relationship, and then when you really stop trying to be friends with this person so hard, and you stop, you go ice skate, you do you put things on ice, they come towards you, and you know these two X's right here, they kind of look like they hold hands. So I like to read this rune especially about relationships, but it talks about just anything, but now let's see what obstacles you had to overcome. I don't see any big obstacles. This is the water rune. This rune really flows in your life to clear any obstacle away. So any obstacle that you had in front of you before, now it's cleared away, and this thing right here, it's now very much possible. Now let's look at this cute little notes that I made right here in this personalized jar that I made also a long time ago for inspiration for my drawings, as I'm an artist. And let's see some signs that you may see before this thing really peers into your life. Okay, that's enough. Beautiful. The first one, we have horses. Maybe you like riding horses, or they are your spirit animal, or you are very free spirited. I don't know. Next we have cotton. Wow, I really love cotton. It's one of my favorite plants ever. So white and fluffy and beautiful. Stags or deers. We have here next stags or deers. Here we have elephants. I think that this blessing right here will be just like the elephant in the room. You cannot miss it. When it will make itself appear, you won't be able to miss it. You will know exactly that it is coming. You will be able to see it from a mile away happening. It won't take you by surprise, even though the rune for this is not present here. I really think about this with this elephant, and I think that is really something big, because you know elephants are really big, and this also is something really big that is very long lasting, just like elephants, because elephants live a really long period of time, and this will also be something really stable and long lasting, maybe an idea that it's meant to bring you long lasting fortune or happiness, or a relationship, a friendship or romantic relationship that will last for a very long time. Whichever the case, it will be long lasting. You will see it coming from a mile, you will feel it coming from a mile. Even if you stop taking action right before it does come, things already are getting really good for you, and this is already the biggest sign. You already are in the middle of this manifestation. This reading in itself, it's a sign. And next but not last, we have foxes, which are very pretty, very fluffy, and very cunning. So I think either that's your spirit animal and you are drawn to this because you really like foxes and they're your spirit animal, and you know by seeing them that this is your reading, and something between these lines. Or maybe you really played it smart with this thing that you are asking about, and you were kind of cunning a bit in a way that you really played things like chess, and things were starting to get into motion, but not at the pace that you expected, and you said eventually, F this, I must stop. But now, my little fox, this everything, this ice here melts and things are finally getting into flow, because this is the obstacle and this is the help. I think that the obstacles will be flowing and the help will froze, like from something that is fluid and like this, the help is coming, the help of the universe with this manifestation is coming and it will manifest. That's another way to put things. But also, I've already told you, when you start resting and let the obstacles flow, and you are less resistant and more consistent and present in yourself, then things will finally be into motion. Then you will have the idea, then the relationship will come to you, then the money will come to you, then whatever we are talking about here will come to you. And this is so absolutely perfect and beautiful and miraculous. But we have something even more for you from this oracle deck cards. I really wanted to make these readings more about rune and less about notes or cards, but I really like using them together, so I wanna check both things with this reading. Very interesting, because here we have Archangel Uriel. I really think that you may also have been drawn to pile 1 because this came out for them too. These two came out for them too, and I really shuffled this well. And this almost came out for them too. And Archangel Uriel says like this. These cards are in Romanian, but I must translate them to you. Your emotions are healing, allowing you to open up to a higher love. I will help you get rid of the anger and unforgiveness from your heart and from your mind. As I said, you came out from the darkness, from a very dark period of your time, maybe, and things are finally getting lighter and brighter for you, which is absolutely beautiful. And because of this, you started to manifest all these beautiful things. And maybe if you are in a situation where, as I've already mentioned, maybe you put all the effort in, when you stop, focus on healing yourself from the anger that may occur in your heart because the other person doesn't put all the same effort in. Maybe when you stop and you forgive them for not putting the same effort in, but you also focus on yourself, that is the moment where they make a move towards you, and you stop making a move and they start making a move, because this is like the arrow. You stop shooting your arrow and they start shooting their arrows. That's a message. But then here we have also very related to make a decision. Ask yourself, what path brings me closer to my divine mission, and what path takes me away from my divine mission. Again, think about this person, think about the situation, and take a step back to meditate on it. And if this path it's really the right path for you, things will come into motion, and it's the situation that we are talking about here. But if still nothing happens, it's not the right path for you, and something else is on the way. If you take a step back and you really meditate on things start to happen. And I really think that you actually asked about something love related or about a relationship, especially because here it says that love is on the way for you, either with a new person or an old person. So even if you are in a relationship right now, I think that things, if they were gloomy and I don't know, and they started to recently get better, they will eventually get even better, and you and this person will eventually even marry, if that's the case that you were asking about. If you were asking if this person will marry you or something, if you take a step back from it, from this person, the relationship, the situation, then the person will have the space to come forward to you. That's the case here. Let me just... Okay. But on the top of the deck we have here, Adriana, I lead you to the answer to your prayers. Please listen and follow the steps that I communicate to you through your intuition, your thoughts, and your dreams. I think that even this reading, the fact that you are on this reading, it's already a sign in itself. And Adriana is behind it a little bit or a little more. And then here we have, just like in the first reading, and I'm telling you, I shuffled this deck. Here we have Azure. The desired outcome will appear very soon. Prove patience and faith, and don't try to force things. And I've already mentioned, this talks about divine timing, so everything is in sync with divine timing. This is pretty much a divine guided thing right here. Whatever you asked about, it's a divine guided thing, and it's not worthy of rushing it. Okay, but have patience because it's bounded to happen in a way. The brighter and the happier it's the thing that you asked about, because this is a very bright and happy rune, the bigger are the chances that it's bound to actually happen. And next card, which is also very related, it's Crystal. Keep your faith, 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 and hope, because something new and positive it's at the horizon, but it's not seen yet, with a big fat yet in bold right there, because it will be seen eventually very soon. If you wait for a message from somebody that you love, because these are the colors of heart chakra and love, and these are more like the colors of the throat chakra and about communication. If you wait for an answer for someone, that answer, again, when you back away from the person, the answer will come to you eventually. Whoa. And the next card, it was like this. This card, it's so similar to this card because it's the exact same unicorn that comes from darkness to light, exactly like this rune right here. It's amazing, and these cards to me are so very much similar. This one says that you're flying pretty high right now, but don't come down, because others, even if now they're feeling a little bit intimidated by you or even threatened, they will eventually feel inspired by you and will soon follow your example, and you will be an example for them. So yeah, this was your reading. I hope you liked it. I hope it resonated for you. I really hope it does come true for you, because it's such a beautiful energy and such good vibes. If you really did enjoy it and liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below. Please subscribe to the channel for more readings just like this, with lots of runes and some oracle deck cards and some colored messages like these ones. And yeah, until then, bye bye, lots of kisses! Hello my enchanted pile 3 unicorn, and welcome to your reading. So let's see what blessing holds the near future for you. If you picked another pile before, you can observe that you have more runes than the other piles, and that's because your pile was really more complex and a bit harder to get than the others, so I really wanted to take it in. Here we have the blessings in store for you in this particular order. This is the first that came out. It's Ir, or the U rune, the rune of protection. And I kind of relate it with the High Priest energy card in tarot. It's represented by a rune that was planted in cemetery to protect the graves of the dead ones from predatory animals that may get them out of the earth. And oh, that sounded gross actually, excusez-moi. But just because that reason in particular, it was considered as a bridge between life and death. It's a bridge between two worlds, if you wish. So I kind of see it also as the rune of the internet, because you know, my life and your life are now kind of bridged by the screen between us, by this camera that films me right now and the screen that you watch me on right now. So this is the bridge rune. So I kind of see that the major blessing for you, it's first of all protection, and second of all some kind of popularity, if you want, on social media platforms, if that is what you seek. If that is what you seek, or if you have not only a personal account that you want to take off, a business account that you really want to take off on the internet and have some more popularity with it, so you can make more profit from it. I first saw that coming, but I wanted more detail about it. And then this happened, and I was kind of shook by it because I really didn't understood what the flop was happening, because this is the bad mouth rune. You know, it's kind of shaped like this, like a mouth, and it's talking. When it's upright like this, it's a very good sign because it means wisdom and generally happy stuff. People are talking to you, you are really popular. But then when it's like this, it means that people are talking shit to you or about you. And it kind of made sense, because on YouTube, for example, at most videos, whichever video you look at, the more people like it and look at it, the more dislikes and hate comments it gets. So I think that this kind of energy of, I don't know, bad mouthing around yourself will increase because your popularity altogether increases as well. But you are protected from it, and you definitely should not take it to heart. But not only that, but you are protected from it because this is the rune of protection. Either way, this rune confirms further the message of some change in your life that may be not too pleasant. It's more of a neutral rune, so the runes around it give it a more specific meaning, but it's a more neutral rune, and it says basically that more people that will talk BS about you will come around you, but you will be protected from these people. It's gonna be sort of a bumpy ride from now on for you with all this popularity that comes towards you, but also you will be protected from all this kind of negative energy. I looked then in the past energy for you, and Weird and Rad or Raido came out, which are the runes of destiny. The weird one, it's the empty rune, the rune of destiny, of unpredictability, and the rune of travel, of journey, of self-discovery, mostly and mainly about travel and journeys, either physical journeys or internal journeys. It's the rune of journey. And this made me think that whatever happened in the past about the situation that you particularly have in mind when you clicked on this reading, or when I talked about these things right here, whatever the situation is, you kind of traveled the path for a while, the path that we talk here about, and whatever happened on that path was divinely guided and somehow bound to happen. You may actually have been thrown on this path because the first time the rune that came out after Weird was Uruz, but I wasn't for some reason really sure about it and about the way it fell out the pouch, so I asked for another rune, and Rad made me think that you were kind of thrown on this path of popularity or something or of this sort. And this path was divinely guided. You were thrown on it by an idea or an event, not by accident, but by fate in a way. And now you may actually, it's not something that will take you by surprise. You may actually see things get a little bit bumpier and more haters come in, but that is because you really start to shine really bright. You really start to piss some people off because you really have something to say. And when you really have something to say, people sometimes really disagree with you and have opinions and get offended because you are doing something that they are not doing, and this bothers them. But you don't have to worry about this right here because you are protected. Now, I wanted to see what signs you may encounter before this thing right here happens, and this came out. So you may actually close some sort of action, and you will close some sort of chapter, and you will start to see the rewards for your work. You will start to reap the fruits of your labor. Things will finally start to be put in motion for you, because you know which way you look at this rune, it's still the same, and it's like the wheel of fortune in tarot. It's always moving, it's always swirling and turning and round and round and round, and things are finally put into motion for you. And you kind of receive a strike of luck because this is associated with Thorn's hammer, Mjolnir, and Mjolnir is associated with luck very often. Depending on what book you look into, this rune means different things, but I see this shield rune as a rune of luck, especially when it's like this. Some books say it's the opposite, and it's very lucky when it's like this, and when it's like this means some negative stuff, but I don't see that at all right now. I see that you are again protected, and your work is protected. Maybe you will have, if you have a social media platform or some sort of thing like that, maybe you will have some pro and cons discussions between your fans on comments. Like, some people say you are totally wrong, and some of the other people on your social media may come at them and say, no, you are wrong, this beautiful enchanted unicorn right here is right, and they work so much, and I respect them so much, and I like what they're doing on this social media platform so much, and you are the one that is wrong. And maybe your fans or supporters will come in your defense and will start to defend you from the ones that talk BS about you. It's a very, very interesting situation, and I really meditated on it before I did this reading while my phone was charging, because the battery almost died while I was filming the other two piles. But now let's see what major obstacles you will have to face. The major obstacles, wow, it's the I cannot believe. It's just amazing when runes do this, and they do this all the time. It's basically the same message. This is the rune of liars, of lying, of speaking untruth, and this is also the rune of hiding things and maybe lying and hiding truths. So here we talk about some situation with somebody, I think mainly on social media, but this of course can be in real life too, with somebody that really bothers you, and before it bothered you, and it was like a karmic journey between you and this person. If this is the case in which we talk about a real person in real life, this was a karmic person in real life. But if it's not in real life, then are the haters on the internet, on social media, that are talking BS about you, but you are protected from them too, because these two right here are the most protective runes from the whole alphabet. And here we have 3 protection runes. Are you insane? How is this possible? You have 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 protection runes right here. You have all 3 protection runes from the whole runic deck, alphabet, pouch, whatever you like to call it. So you are majorly protected, and you have the faith in your favor. Let's see what's the help that will come to you. The help that comes for you, it's need, but in reverse. This makes me think that you kind of don't need help because faith is in your favor. You have all the odds in your favor. You are protected. You don't need to do anything. You don't need any sort of help. You don't need to defend yourself because God, the universe, whatever you like to call it, has your back and does the thing for you. Here it says that need has as a correspondent the Saturn planet, which is named also the Grim Reaper. This phrase, Grim Reaper, really popped into my eyes. When I read from the book, I like to look after phrases or words that really pop into my sight, and those are the things that I mainly take into consideration. And here we talk about a Grim Reaper. You don't need help because faith will rip the grims of these haters' faces right here. You are massively, heavily protected. You don't need to be worried about haters of any sort because here your work will pay off and their grims will be ripped off their faces. They will no longer have what to laugh about because you will be so high in the sky they won't even be able to spot you up in the sky. You will be so high up in the sky. And at first, when I first looked at this, I didn't really know how to take it. So for you, I have these 2 extra runes that say the outcome to this situation, which kind of also surprised me because I see you succeed even if there are haters. I see you succeed, but something here won't succeed. I think that this insuccess, this unhappy moment, will be on the side of your haters, will be rather on the side of your haters, because this says in reverse the rune indicates that the challenges will not be met. The querent will either be daunted or will not have the right attitude to deal with them. The rune may also show that anyone else involved is not committed to the matter. So if the question concerns love, the querent's partner may be looking to move on. If it regards business, then there is every chance that a business partner is looking to pull out of a deal. Great caution should be taken if further trouble is to be avoided. So maybe you are involved because you know these are 2 people that are like this. This is this rune, Jofu or Jifu or Gebo. Each rune has many names depending on the area from which is the person that reads them. I'm from none of those areas, so I tell all of their names when I remember them. And I tell the main names from this specific book right here by Horik Svensson. So I think that somebody that maybe tried to trick you. There's another situation here where somebody really tried to trick you or run away with your success, and that somebody that tried to trick you will not succeed or will pull away from you, and that's actually a gift in disguise. If that's the case, that's actually a gift in disguise, that this person abandons you. If somebody suddenly leaves your life, it's maybe because it's a gift in disguise, because this person was really talking BS to you. But it won't be a surprise that if this person leaves, it won't be a surprise, because again, this is a major blessing, and this is the rune of change, but a change that doesn't take you by surprise. It's something that you see coming. It's a horse. You need to prepare any kind of horse before you go on a ride with them. And even if the ride, it's not the best ride, and the horse, it's with its hooves up in the air, in a way, these are the hooves and they're up in the air, you still need to prepare the horse for that kind of situation where you live or you embark on other type of journey. So in either case, if we talk here about a person that will soon live your life after you have some sort of success, it's because you were protected from them and they brought you some really toxic energy and BS and talked with you really not so nice stuff, and maybe tried to pull you down, to pull you backwards instead of pushing you forward to have more success. Maybe this person tried to pull you backwards. And if this person leaves your life, it's because it's a gift in disguise and you have heavily protected from this person, and you may actually thought that you need them, that you may be happy with this person. It can be any type of situation, but here I kind of see more business stuff kind of situation, not very lovey-dovey thing. But you may thought that this is the partner of your life for business or some kind of association, or maybe you thought that you need those subscribers, those likes, those followers, those whatever. But if they leave, you don't actually need them, and you will receive even more. You don't need them. And it was 23:23 when I said this on my phone. So yes, now let's get some notes messages right here for you. I'm gonna let them come out between my fingers. Okay. Too many. I feel too many want to come out between my fingers. Let's see. Some are written in Romanian, but I'm gonna translate them to you. Tiger and child. Maybe it's a person that's the tiger zodiac sign in Chinese zodiac signs, and maybe it's a person that has a child with you, or maybe it's a person that is actually acting like a child and has a tiger as a spirit animal, or it's the tiger in Chinese zodiac signs. I don't know. Next we have marionettes. Maybe this person treats you like a marionette, or it's some kind of energy like that where it's manipulative, he or she tries to manipulate you. Next we have cook, like chef, like cooker, chef, you get what I mean. And next we have sirens, like mermaids. Like this person really tries to brainwash you or your audience and talk BS about you, untrue BS about you. Maybe here we talk about a false friend that you have and now it is removed by God from your life, or something between these lines. Let me pick you, before you leave, one more card from this angel oracle deck. So let's see some more detail about all this situation right here. So the message for you, it's from Bethany. These cards are in Romanian, so I'm gonna translate them also to you. And it says, when you take care of yourself, it's good for everybody. Give yourself today a relaxing joy, like a massage, a bath in seawater or salted water, I'd rather say, or some pedicure, manicure, some self-care. This card is all about self-love and self-care. So I really advise you this too, since here we have some really toxic energies around you that now are about to leave. Maybe you are so absorbed in this project of yours, whatever the case is, that you forgot to take care of yourself, and this also attracts some more low vibe kind of persons around you. But once you start taking care of yourself more, things will come to fruition even more, and the bad energies will just leave your life. Because the back of the deck says that your emotions heal, allowing you to open up to a higher love. Archangel Uriel will help you get rid of anger and unforgiveness in your heart and in your mind. Next card we have Chantal with some new love on the horizon. It's the angel of new love coming towards you. So I must say that that's possible to you also. Next we have Maya, the angel that really encourages you to go to school. It says that going to school, studying and education really helps you fulfill your divine mission and self-development. And it says that angels will guide you and will help you with these matters. And here we have Astara that says that you deserve the best and you have to seek to reach the stars with your dreams and wishes, and don't make any kind of compromise. So yes, it's true with everything we've just said here. Don't let anybody bring you down and make you compromise something. Here we can go even deeper in this deck, but I don't see why we'd do that, because we also have the top of the deck, and it says like this, that you are confused about the situation that we are talking about right here, maybe because you don't have enough data. And this rune right here kind of talks about this too. Maybe you don't even know that somebody badmouths you. Maybe you don't even know about this person's true nature and true thoughts. I was actually in this type of situation once with one of my best friends that we are no longer best from a long time ago, because actually she had the worst thoughts about me, and I never really knew that until we broke up as friends. And then she badmouthed me to just everyone, had ears to listen to her, and said so much untrue things about me and lies, and spread horrible things about me that weren't even true. And I had no idea what blessing in disguise was that we were no longer friends, because I had no idea that she had such thoughts about me. So this may be actually the case with this card right here. And maybe you really invested in this person and now it's time to invest in yourself. Next, we have the card of bosses, as I like to name it. And this is why I say that this is mostly a reading around business, not around love. But as I said, we have here some love on the horizon. So I don't see why wouldn't be that the case also. But here we have the card of the bosses, and it says that it's good to be powerful while you love. You know how to be powerful while you love, and this is how you bring benefits to others and to yourself. And it talks about that kind of King of Cups energy, where you are a very loving leader, where you are a very loving and nurturing and understanding and empathetic boss to your employees or subordinates, or I can't recall the word. Anyway, to those that are beneath you as a rank, you are very loving and caring towards those, and you really don't deserve that kind of bad mouthing and hater energy. Furthermore, we have Osana or Ochana, act, just act. You are in contact with the truth in this particular situation, and you have to trust what you feel and affirm it with love. So if you feel like doing something and somebody tells you otherwise, it's probably because they don't have the best intentions at heart. And it was 3333 on the clock while I was saying this. They don't have the best intentions for you at heart, and you have to act whatever somebody else may tell you, because that somebody else may not have the best intentions for you at heart, and they will soon leave by themselves, because you don't have to do anything. They will leave by themselves. Next card is exactly this. Well, it was this before it, but they kind of came out like this. I mean, I didn't even saw this card before I really grabbed this. So this was the message that I was supposed to see. This, it doesn't matter that much. And it says to look deeper into the situation before you take action. I don't think that this talks about the same action as in here. I think that you have some sort of a plan that you wanna take action with your career or business or something like that, and that is the good action that you have to take. But here we talk especially about a person. This is what I feel around a person, a specific person, and it says that it's not the end of the world. There will be another option and another person that will help you or be around you, or whatever place and role had the person that is just about to leave from your life, whatever role that person had, there will be another person that will replace it. So much more genuine and with so much more heart and soul and encouragement. And this person that is really toxic to you, it's not irreplaceable. There will be somebody else that's even better for you. Either if we talk about an associated, a friend, I don't know, any kind of person, followers, it doesn't matter. They are not irreplaceable. That is the point, and you don't have to remain attached to them. Okay? So this was your reading. I hope it brought light into your life and more hope. Lots of toxic energies are just about to leave your life, and I'm so happy for you. I'm sorry that you really had to get through this before, but now you are over it. This is actually a blessing in disguise that this person is leaving you. Lots of abundance are on the way. I told you, you are really prone to being really successful and have lots of followers, or to be well known, especially online. And yes, beyond the toxic negative stuff, there's lots of light in your reading, and I hope you enjoyed it, you liked it. If it resonated, please give it a big thumbs up so we can really grow this channel. Please also subscribe if you feel like it, also to grow this channel and for you to be updated with new readings just like this, with lots of runes and cards and little notes from this jar that I personalized myself a long time ago. See you soon. Till next time. Bye. Lots of kisses.